So today we're going to look at cryptography in blockchain technology. Like you hear the word cryptocurrency, like cryptocurrency. When you hear encrypt, it means like it's being encrypted. The currency is encrypted somehow in a way that is secure and no one can tamper with. Like, the history, the reason why inflation is, like the level of inflation is going higher and higher every day is because the government have the ability to print money anytime they want. Things become more expensive. The things you can buy with 10,000 euros today or 1,000 euros today, it might never be the same. The same when like after 2 years from now or a year from now. So because prices of goods and services keep increasing as government keep printing more money, we tend to see that the value of money keep decreasing. The value aspect to what your money can buy keep decreasing. That's why it's always advisable for businesses or people to save their money in assets that appreciate over a long period of time, rather than investing your money in or putting your money in a bank that in the end you might not get it's almost little or no interest rate that you get from the banks. And once you get the money, let's say you're saving money for one week, so for 1 year, you save 1 million or $10,000 for 1 year. I mean, what you are going to lose about 15% of that money in terms of your buying power, like what you'll be able to purchase. But if say you save that money in an asset that appreciate over a period of time, that are proven to be reliable over a long period of time, then you will see that the value of your money will increase accordingly in that manner. So when this unknown developer discover or created Bitcoin, the idea was to encrypt it in a blockchain in a way that people or government, no one can come in to tamper with the supply or tamper with the supply, and also to like just to tamper with it or to devalue it, something like that. And this has been one of the reasons why most people are getting involved in cryptocurrency. And people who get involved in cryptocurrency and other aspect of the technology came to realize that with this, it is easier for everyone to transact with everyone without being afraid of losing their money at one point. If say you already know like the kind of what you want and who you want to transact with, do you meet up the requirement for like do you have the amount needed to pay for those goods and services? If say yes, then all you need to do is to transfer that amount, and instantly that money is gonna be is gonna get to that person's account. But if say you have to use the bank, it's gonna go through checks. If say you don't have an ID, they will need to say 5 working days, or maybe take time. I mean, so the amount of time to wait is so long that people tend to become frustrated. So the basics, blockchain is a peer-to-peer network. The word blockchain is made up of two separate terms, block and chain. A block is referred to as a collection of data, and chain is referred to a public database of these blocks, which is further stored as a list. So what they're saying is the blockchain, like cryptocurrency is being encrypted. Crypto is being encrypted in the blockchain, and this has been done in block, like they build it block by block, and this is public where everyone can see the transaction which is happening. And once it is being built block by block, it's difficult to tamper with it, because for you to tamper with it, you have to it's like almost impossible, especially when you have to do with the public blockchain. You know, there are different types of blockchain, public and private. I'm going to talk about that today. But as we go further, we're going to understand more on what I'm discussing here. So now these lists are linked using cryptography, which makes it the most essential and fundamental requirement for creating a blockchain. As we all know, blockchain is a growing list of records, and the block gets appended to the list over a period of time. This factor alone makes cryptography more important than ever. Yeah, so this is good for those who send huge amount of money. Those who want to protect their money, this is good for them as well, because once no one can tamper with a transaction in a block, like before you tamper with any transaction, you have to maybe contact all the miners or nodes that are running on the block on the internet to like go to distort or to extract some information. I mean, for you to do that, it means you have to shut down the whole system, like shut down the whole system, which is impossible. That's why it has been like literally impossible to hack Bitcoin, right? So this is the kind of security I want you guys to understand. When you get involved in cryptocurrencies someday in the future, you'll know that, okay, you're not going to be scared of my crypto is going to be hacked by someone, you know, or maybe something is going to happen with my money or being in my wallet. And this is to give you that security. Now, we see that by concept, it is a method of developing techniques and protocols to prevent a third party from accessing and gaining knowledge of the data from the private machines during a communication process. You just explain what I mentioned here. Through cryptography, like if say you're buying Bitcoin or any crypto, you're sending a message to all the computers out there that are called miners. And these computers, they are the ones who make sure the transaction is encrypted, you know. So they like build it in blocks, you know, build in blocks in a way that no one can come in to access it. And even if someone tamper, that means they, as I mentioned, they have to shut down the whole system, you know, in order to make to be successful. And when you see someone says I've lost money in crypto, it's either they were careless with their public with their private keys, because we're going to talk about private keys, and or maybe they were part of a centralized exchange that was hacked. You know, and centralized exchange is more of a private blockchain where the centralized entity is the one controlling all the wallets that are buying cryptos. Now, I'm not going to go through all this type of cryptography. I just want you guys to understand. Like, okay, look at the hash function. It doesn't make use of keys. Yeah. So if you understand all this, you can go, if you want this link to go. You know, I'm gonna put it to this video when it's ready. But you guys can have the links to read it more yourself, so that you can get more insight on what I'm saying. Yeah. Now let's move further to something even more interesting that I found here. So I want you guys to see, like, let's take now the blockchain in full, like what is blockchain technology. I want to take it like so we can really understand the concept in detail. Now, blockchain as a concept might seem complicated, but it is quite simple to understand it is nothing but a type of the database. A blockchain is a timestamp series of unchangeable records of data, which is managed by a cluster of computers, not owned by any single entity. All these blocks of data are secured and bound to each other with the help of cryptographic principles. Exactly what I've been saying here. Now, why is it popular? Why is blockchain so popular? Why do people or companies interested? Because blockchain is not only about crypto. With blockchain, you can do a lot of stuff. You can, I'm going to show you guys so much that you can do with blockchain, even in your own business. I mean, it's crazy. And most people have limited it to crypto. And of course, I understand that if you don't know something, you don't know anything, you don't know something. But if you know something, you know something. So let's move further. Blockchain has become a very popular concept in recent years due to its easy functionality and transparency. The best part is that blockchain technology has no central authority. It is a shared and unchangeable ledger due to which the information is open for everyone to see. So today, if say I send money to A and A sends to B, everyone can see that the money was sent to this wallet and was transferred from this wallet to this wallet. So it could be traceable as per, not as per to know the person behind or the person who owns it, but you can look at the public address to see that this person has transferred this amount of money from this network to this network. So it's public, it's transparent, it's reliable. Advantages of blockchain technology: resistance to technical failures. It cannot fail. That's why I mentioned someone have to shut it down to hack you, you know, so it cannot fail. Blockchain data is stored in a distributed network of nodes, which makes the system and data resistance to malicious attacks and technical failures. Every node replicates and store a copy of the database, so there isn't a single point of failure. Storing financial records. Once data is stored in a blockchain, it is practically impossible to reverse it. So what they are saying is, like recently, someone scammed me and got $3,000, right? That I couldn't reverse the transaction immediately I made it. And this is why I am doing a series like this. So I'm not only going to educate you about cryptocurrency, but I'm also going to educate you on how to protect yourself when it comes to you engaging or interacting with crypto, because there's lots of scams out there that if say you're not well educated, man, you're gonna lose all your money. And of course, the person was able to take $3,000 from me, and I don't think that's going to happen again. I mean, in the way they took it. Okay, so doing this now gives me that opportunity to want to share with you guys most of the mistakes I've made in this space, a lot of them. So if say you come in as a merchant or whatever you want to do in this space, you need to understand that you'll be dealing with people who want to connect with you just to steal your money through this aspect. And as much as you can make a lot of money through cryptocurrency, the same way you can lose a lot of money through cryptocurrency if say you don't have the proper guidance on how to navigate everything or navigate the system. Reduced cost. Transactions do not involve an intermediary party in blockchain technology, as the transactions are verified through a process known as mining. Now, I mentioned about mining or miners. Miners are the ones that make sure every transaction goes through. So if I send Bitcoins or any crypto to anyone out there, the miners are the one that make sure that money gets to that person safe, in like they encrypt it through the cryptography technology, right? Now, because they are not middlemen in it, like the banks or government. So the cost to transfer that crypto to that person that I'm transacting with is gonna be like, it would be really costly. Like if you have to compare with banks, it's so costly when you send money through banks, even through these online retailers. It's really expensive. Like those of us who live abroad, if we have to send money back home, I mean, it's expensive. And if say someone back home can create a business that people abroad will just send crypto and they convert it into, I mean, people are already doing it. I know people are already doing it, but this is going to be the future of transaction. And people who are smart are already taking advantage of it. You know, they recommend people who are abroad who send money, because the fiat, the online transaction, you know, business is more than 100 billion US dollars. And the developing countries, Africa, Asia, they are the ones that that provide most of the revenue in this market. So if say these companies are making 100 billion every year, it means 80% comes from countries, people who have families in Africa, and those who live families the Asians who have family in back home, who are abroad and have families back home. So they send money back home to their families to help them. And these guys who have online retail shops, they get they charge high fees, and at times you find yourself paying up to about $50, $100 just to send money online. But if say you have someone who accept Bitcoin, you're gonna you know, send it at a low fee. All they need to do is just convert it, you know, then get that money in cash or maybe through any retail shop. And the amount that you're gonna spend as pay the fee is gonna be really small as compared to what is happening now. In the future, we're gonna see so many institutions or retail retail shops are going to embark on cryptocurrency, you know, like or the blockchain technology, where it's going to be easy for you to send money in crypto through their networks. But it's going to be less expensive for you at that time, or for us doing that when they adopt it. Now, of course, there are some disadvantages when it comes to this technology. 51% attacks. Although the algorithm of blockchain is secure and foolproof, there are some potential attacks that can take place against this network. This attack can take place only on private blockchain. Remember, I told you they are private and public blockchain. The private is more of a centralized. And if say you have a centralized system, it means 2 people or 3 people are going to have protocols to access the back end of that system, that is central system, you know. And if say those people are compromised, someone can hack the entire system, right? And this is what happens with most centralized system out there, that you see people are saying, oh, they hack this wallet, they hack this, you know. So this is what happened, because they are more centralized, and you know, they they are vulnerable when it comes to, you know, the private keys. So it could be accessed like that anytime. One of the most talked about probability of attack is the 51% attack, which could take place if one entity manages to control more than 50% of the network hashing power. While such an attack has never taken place till date, the probability of it cannot be negated. Okay, difficulty to modify data. It is very difficult to modify any data after it is entered in a blockchain. So as I mentioned, I send money, realize, okay, someone has scammed me. What am I gonna do now? It was impossible to reverse it, man. I cannot change. I don't even know who was it. And up to now, I don't even know who was it. So this is like one of the disadvantages when it comes to it. So you have to be extremely careful when dealing with crypto, especially if say you're a beginner. That's how I have to say this, a beginner. And those who are beginners will understand what I'm saying. Public keys. Another downside of blockchain is that it uses public keys to give users ownership over their cryptocurrency. units. The blockchain address has a private key, but it needs to be kept secret. If the user loses their private keys, then they will end up losing their money and nothing much can be done about it. Exactly what I was saying. Storage blockchain ledger can become huge over time. A Bitcoin chain requires 200 gigabytes of storage. This could lead to a loss of nodes if the ledger becomes too large, which is not yet possible. I'm not gonna go through how the blockchain works because it's like I already described everything here. Now let's go further to private versus public blockchain. Of course, we already discussed this as well. Also, now let's look at I also talk about this. What are some three pillars of blockchain? Okay, now these are the main pillars of blockchain. Like if you hear the word blockchain technology, the first thing that comes to your mind is decentralization, transparency, and immutability. Now, when you talk about decentralization, this is the foundation of blockchain technology. Decentralization has been a real breakthrough as it gives flexibility to the entire network. Instead of being owned by one individual, like what the government does, or banks, or organization, the information is owned by everyone in the network. So everyone, I can access everything as I mentioned earlier. This is the features that allows us to send money anywhere in the world without having to visit a bank. Bitcoin thrives on the concept of decentralization. Guys, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm excited when I realize I can manage my money without the banks or government interfering in my money. Because if the government comes in, what they're gonna do is try to devalue that money, and I don't even own that money because the banks can decide to freeze my account and decide to like control me. But with a decentralized currency, no one can freeze my account. No one can control me. No one can tell me what to do, or no one can imagine how much I owe. Right. So this is one of the opportunities when it comes to cryptocurrency. Of course, in the future, there are going to be more systems that can enable you to transact like even more safe, in this space. Now, another aspect of this is just transparency. By now, the term will have been, I also talked about this earlier. The last one is immutability, in a way that the technology or everything which is being stored on the blockchain cannot be changed, cannot be moved, cannot be it cannot be changed. Let me just use that word. It's stable and no one can tamper with it. So when you hear the word blockchain, three of these main catalysts should briefly give you a clear analogy of what the blockchain technology is all about. So since the cryptocurrencies are run on the blockchain, it means the currency is secure due to the encrypted nature that it has. Now, these are the different things you can do and more with blockchain technology. It can be used in healthcare, it can be used in agriculture, it can be used in banking. Like in the future, we're going to talk more about how you can use deal with crypto through the decentralized finance. That is, we call it DeFi. Where your crypto wallets, or you have the systems that are being set in place to pay you interest in every year when you save your crypto on the platform. So it's more of a decentralized bank, a bank that no one owns it, like the people owns it, right? So we're going to talk more about this in the future. We can also use blockchain technology for voting. We always see here, mostly in Africa, that elections are being rigged, or in most countries. If say there's a voting system that every information is stored on the blockchain, No one can come and temper to say A is the one that won this election, or B. No, everything is there. And also we can look at blockchain in properties, in real estate. If say like doing like land titles, in most African countries, land is a problem. Ownership is a problem. You can buy land from 10 different people at the same time. But with the blockchain, if I buy a land from A, the information is being stored on the public that everyone can see that this land belongs to this person. And through the smart contract system, if say I'm selling this land to anyone else, I'm gonna perform the same transaction and to transfer it to that person, and it's gonna be where all the information is gonna be shown on the public ledger that from this owner to this owner. So no one can tamper it, and no one can say, this is my land, this is not my land, blah, blah. So the person who have access to it will be the person who have the private keys, to give ownership to the one that they are selling the land to. So there's a lot to learn when it comes to blockchain, cryptocurrency, and everything that has to do with trust. If you don't trust anyone to deal with anyone, then you can use the blockchain to be your trust to transact with them. Now let's look at wallets. Wallets. I don't know. Let me look at the time. I think. Oh, okay. I don't want to make this so long, but guys, after this, I want to take this briefly. So after this, you can ask any question if you have. And tomorrow we're gonna look at like the different project or how to buy into projects. How to get involved into crypto, either be it Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, which projects are out there, which ones are sustainable, how to know if, say, a project is going to be there for forever, or just be there for a short term. So we're going to look at that tomorrow. I want to take this gradually so that in the end, you'll be able to deduce if, say, you want to get started, or maybe in the future you will say, okay, getting involved in business, I'm going to learn more about crypto, so that if, say, I come in contact with a client who want to pay me through crypto, I'll be able to know how to receive it, how to convert it into any currency that I want, and so on and so forth. So this is going to be helpful for you. Even if you don't want to invest or buy into any crypto, just knowing how it is, how it works, is going to be good for you in the future for your business. Now, looking at the crypto wallet, crypto wallets store your private keys, keeping your crypto safe and accessible. They also allow you to send, receive, and spend cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So the wallet is just like you have your wallet, you save money in it, but that money doesn't belong to you. That money is owned by, literally the money is owned by the government. The government lending to you to spend it afterwards, right? Like something like that. But with cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, you own this. You determine. Like you can decide to determine like how much you want to sell your cryptocurrency to the person who want to buy from you. If, say, you are doing it on you are doing it out of the blockchain, like doing peer-to-peer, you can decide to set a value for your currency depending on who you're dealing with. But you can't decide to set value on fiat or any currency. The value is the value. Right, so you have to go with the market value, except you are a broker who just want to make more profit and you decide to do something like that. Now, crypto wallet keeps private key, as I mentioned. The password that gives you access to your cryptocurrency is safe and accessible, allowing you to send and receive cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ethereum. They come in many forms, from hardware wallets like Ledger, which looks like a USB stick, to mobile apps like Coinbase wallet, which makes you using crypto as easy as shopping with a credit card online. So with this wallet, it's easy for you to, they mentioned Coinbase, we're going to be working more with Binance. I don't like Coinbase. We're going to be working more with Binance for those who are in Africa. And for those who are in Europe, I think also I want to recommend crypto.com to them as well, since they are easy way to get started with crypto. But we're gonna go deeper to decentralized wallets such as like Trust Wallet, and this is where you wherever you find yourself, be it Cameroon or Nigeria, Ghana, you'll be able to have your crypto and access it wherever you want to. So like if say you keep your crypto in a centralized wallet, like let's say Binance or other places, alone is not really good. Because one day there might be a regulation that shut that company down from that shut that company down from that country, right? So if you don't have someone abroad who can access, or in a country where they accept it, who can access your wallet, then it will be difficult for you to retrieve your money from there. So I think that's the case. If I'm not mistaken, but that's the case. But with the decentralized wallet, it's easy for you to deal with crypto in anywhere you find yourself, anytime, anywhere, at the moment, right? So this is just the function of wallet. We're not going to go deeper into all this, like the different type of wallet. This is a whole it's more of security, which one is secure and which one is not secure. We have paper wallets, hardware wallet, online wallet. So hardware wallet is more of like wallet that is in the form of USB stick, where you can connect to your laptop and someone can access it only when it's connected online. And the person can access it only if they have your private key. So they cannot send a malicious software to hack it, like to run on your computer to hack it. Is literally impossible practically impossible to do that. And where online wallet is possible to hack your online wallet, if say you give access to them, because no one can just come in and hack your wallet. You have to give them access to your wallet to hack before they can hack it. So yeah, as we go into the study for this week, we're going to learn more about this. So yeah, this is all I managed to put together today. And tomorrow, I'm going to, as I mentioned, I'm going to look at the different projects out there, why people are holding crypto for 2, 3, 5 years. What do they see, and how can you get involved the same way? And what are the projects out there that are available? Which one can you take advantage of? How can you take advantage of? Trust me, there's lots of money to be made in crypto, especially if, say, you are a business or you are an employee who want to come out from that scam, that employment scam stuff that the government takes up to 50% or 30% of your salary every month in form of tax. So if, say, you want to come out from that, so you need to start educating yourself how you can use part of what you earn or the profit you made from your business to buy asset that will appreciate over a long period of time, because the idea is going to be for the long run, not for the short run. So when you are investing in crypto, you're buying crypto or any project, you are buying it for the long term, knowing fully what the project is all about, what they aspire to do in the future, and so on and so forth. So if, say, you have any questions, you can raise your hand. Raise your hands and pose a question to me. If not, then maybe we call this a day, we call it a day for today, right? So I'm gonna give like 3 minutes if, say, there's some questions.
Hello?
Yes, I can get you.
Okay. I'm trying. I just want to say thank you for everything that you've been doing. It's really encouraging. I've got to really understand, what cryptocurrency is, and understanding more about the blockchain technology. I just want to say thank you for you taking out your time to do all of this. It's really a lot of concern for us all, and I really appreciate it. Yeah.
You're welcome.
So yeah. So my question is more of like, how do you plan your finances? Say, okay, say you're a salaried worker, and you still have to create a stream of income from your investments. So how do you go about, like, say that, okay, you're going to invest a particular amount of your salary onto this? How do you go about that? That's just the question I have.
Yeah, I can see you are taking us ahead of time. taking us ahead of time, but you know, I think the basics of what I'm doing here is to give you or anyone out there the ability to detect why or what to invest in, how to invest in, and if say sorry, and if say cryptocurrency can be that thing that can help build wealth for them. And now you're talking about, if say you realize that this is it, I can create wealth through cryptocurrency, but I'm a worker, how can I come out from that? How can I create an environment where I can invest, then build a portfolio over a long period of time that will be like, I will be my savior or your savior to like enable you come out from that employment stuff. So the things you need to understand is once you understand what you buy with your money, how you spend your money, where you get your salary, it's going to help you to determine what not to buy whenever you get your salary. Right, because we realize we spend our money on things that you realize that we spend our money to buy stuff that we don't really need. Some people will buy shoes, or buy dresses, or buy makeup, so we host parties. Some will want to buy unnecessary gifts for their boyfriend or girlfriends, of course. It's not saying you should buy, but what I'm trying to say is, when you know what is relevant at any given point in time, then you understand the different assets that are out there that you can invest in to build wealth over a short period of time. Like, if you know that by having $100 saved in an asset, the value of this $100 can increase 100x, or like 100 times, that is $100,000. If you know that this is possible, then you will find a way to buy that project for $100, right? So if you're gonna have your salary that month, you say, okay, now I'm gonna look for a way. If I need to save that money, I'm gonna use 6 months or 2 months to save $100, then I'm gonna look for a way to get $100 to buy that project. And once I buy that project, I'm going to keep that project for 3 years. Now, if say your job is consistent, like you have a stable job or a permanent job, you say, okay, now that I've figured out my expenditure on my finances, how much can I save every month? If say I'm able to save $10 every month, how can I convert that $10 into an asset that will appreciate over a long period of time? And where can I get that asset? Now it takes us back not to what I'm doing here, taking you from the basics towards where you can buy and how you can buy asset when you have the opportunity to buy. So once you have this education and knowledge, you'll be able to put yourself in an environment where whenever you get extra income, whenever someone gives you 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, $100,000, $100, you'll be able to do that. Okay, 10% of this money will go to buy any of my main project that I know in 10 years is going to appreciate over time. Now look at stocks. It's almost similar with stocks. Or you look at Amazon, Google, PayPal. These companies have been, the value of the company has been growing over a long period of time. And also, if say you say, okay, I want to put my money in real estate. I mean, not lands. Of course, land is good, but if say you want to make money over a long period of time, land is not that kind of before I was thinking land was that asset, but land, if you're buying a land without you building accommodation, it's not. And I feel like committed in a way of doubling your money, because once you keep that land for 5 years, maybe you set it times 2. If you look at it critically, you realize that the buying power of that money, that time, wouldn't be significant if say you want to do something with it and so on. So what I'm trying to say, if you buy a land for 1 million and after 5 years you sell it for 5 million, you might think you have gained, but no, you look at inflation, you have just traded money for money. Right? But if say you have it in an asset that once it's always appreciating, and once it appreciates, you can get out some reward out of it to buy back the same asset. To buy back the same asset, because since the asset fluctuate over, like it fluctuates, you can buy back the same asset that you sold. Right, so you can buy for the same amount, and or you can stake the asset, but you cannot stake all those things. But when you have a real estate building, right, a building that you know that you make money every month from tenants or businesses that's sustainable. You bought the land, and the prices keep increasing over like every year. So you just have to make that clear as well. Now, with this knowledge, it will give you that like understanding to know how to diversify your portfolio, how to build your portfolio. So I think in the future we're going to see more of this, how you can take advantage of the different projects out there to build something sustainable for yourself. And within 2 years, I think you have already got to some gains dealing with crypto already, right?
Yes, definitely.
So the time you connected with, we connected together, like we connected with each other, and now, what will you say is a knowledge of crypto and the profits you have made? Do you think you would have made it from somewhere else or in the bank, put your money in the bank?
It would have been possible, because I think I've doubled the money that I put in ever since I got into the space.
That's the idea, to be able to double your money. Then you spread it in a way that even when the market is falling, you are not losing that much. You're gonna be somehow like the amount of gain will be in project that still get to that same level. So within every 6 months or every year, you can see you can 10x or 100x your money every year. And if say you're 100x your money every year within 5 years, you are a millionaire. That patience to build that portfolio, like what I was saying today, that portfolio every now and then, being patient, follow the community, check on stuff, be consistent, and you realize that once you build a stable portfolio, one project can make you a millionaire in 2 years or 1 year or 5 years. And the millionaire part is not as if you're going to be a millionaire that moment. It can take you to a multi-millionaire, a billionaire, because the value keep increasing as more people come into the space adopting the technology. Just like Apple keep increasing in value, Amazon, because people keep buying the stocks. Right. So I don't know if I answered your question so far.
You did, candidly, very clear. Thank you.
Karen says not really. Okay, thanks Karen for joining. I appreciate, hope you have learned something today. Also thanks Rita for joining. So guys, if say there are no more questions, or see you tomorrow at the same time. And if say you're having problems accessing the network or the show, the program for tomorrow, you can reach out to me and I'm going to send you the link. And if say you're not yet in the group, I'm going to send the link to the group as well. But the reason why I want you to register is because I want to know how many people are going to be present. So when you register, you get the link already to join. You can register for all the days. You get the links for all the days. You can register just for one day. You get the link for all the days, like for this that same day as well. So yeah, that's gonna be how we gonna do it tomorrow. So if say you want to join tomorrow, is you find difficulties, just reach out to me. I wish you the best. And those of you who are going to watch this afterwards, make sure you use the link below to connect with us for tomorrow's session, because you are missing out a lot. If say you have this knowledge, it will help you to understand what cryptocurrency is all about. Not because you want to invest or buy into cryptocurrency, no, but just for you to have that knowledge, to educate yourself about this space, so that whenever you have the opportunity in the future, you can easily get involved. And don't wait until you have someone who want to pay you in crypto or want to transact with you in crypto before you say, okay, now it's time I have to learn. But you won't have someone to teach you by then, or maybe you might lose that money, and that might be a huge deal for you and your business. So don't neglect this. You might never know who you're going to connect with tomorrow. Who like, okay, I have this business to do with you, but I want to pay you in crypto. You say, no, I don't accept crypto. No, you lose it. Someone else will say, okay, I accept crypto, and they'll pay that person that money. So make sure you connect with us tomorrow. And if say you are joining this platform for the first time, consider subscribing on this channel, the Beton Media. Of course, I know you subscribe. So until then, guys, I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.